Lately, Oprah has been at the center of a growing storm, and it is not the kind that fades away quietly. More and more people are starting to talk, especially after Katt Williams dropped some serious warnings. Now many believe 50 Cent could be the next big voice to step forward. Whether you believe these claims or not, the pattern has caught people's attention, and once it starts spreading online, it moves fast.
Changes going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African School for Girls.
Go look and see what happened to them girls.
So Oprah opened the school all the way back in 2007. And since the school's opening, it has been marred with many different controversies. You see, shortly after the school opened, a matron of the school was charged with touching several of the girls in a very inappropriate manner. When the crime eventually came to light, Oprah herself went to fire the school's head mistress. Then, in another incident that happened in 2011, law enforcement investigated the body of a newborn that was found in one of the students' bags. Apparently, one of the girls at the school gave birth, but there were no charges filed against her after this incident. There were also other scandals the school was involved in, like in 2009 when 7 students were suspended for harassing their classmates. And now there's a new scandal that the school is known for, as many people online have started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from.
The rumors have gone even deeper. Some people are now questioning Oprah Winfrey's school in South Africa, claiming it may not be what it seems. Online discussions suggest it could be hiding something disturbing, even hinting it might be connected to childing. These accusations shocked many and pushed the story into a darker place.
To these rumors, several students from the school have gone missing. But as of right now, nobody is sure why these rumors have started, as there is currently no news reporting that there have been missing girls at Oprah's school. Regardless, these rumors have managed to go viral all over TikTok and Twitter, and they continue to be spread to this day.
Everything became louder when 50 Cent joined the conversation. He and others have claimed that Oprah has a long history of blocking or damaging the careers of certain black entertainers while keeping her own position strong at the top. 50 says this is not random. To understand why he feels this way, you have to look back to his early days. When his career was taking off, he wanted to sit down with Oprah and explain who he really was. He wanted people to see more than just his past, but Oprah reportedly refused, saying she did not like his music, his image, or what he represented.
I really don't care about Oprah Winfrey. How shocked and what they think. I think that's the point when you're detached and you don't actually understand the environment anymore. I think they've reached that point. When they look at me like I'm supposed to be detached because I made a few dollars, they're really detached. I don't even think Oprah Winfrey is a black woman. I think she's a white woman. She's been catering to a demographic of middle-aged white women for a long period of time. And I think when you act as if for long periods, you become as if. I think our views are similar to Bill O'Reilly's. I'm not sure what direction leaders should actually be focusing on. And if I knew that, I would be the biggest black leader around. To be honest with you, I think the impression is made by the actual success of an artist that comes from where I come from. It's so inspiring that it creates what hip hop is. It creates what like a magic. It makes the American dream believable. That you can come from nothing and amount to everything.
50 Cent did not stay silent. He openly criticized Oprah, saying her audience did not include people like him or his fans. He felt she spoke to a different world and rejected everything his music stood for. Instead of stepping back, he pushed forward. Eventually, the interview happened, but not because Oprah wanted it. Industry pressure and ratings made it impossible to avoid.
12 o'clock in the afternoon, May 24th, she was bent over actually planting flowers in the garden, and I walked over here to sit in the actual vehicle that my friend was waiting for me in, and the car pulled up on the side of us. A guy got out the passenger seat of that car, came around behind it, and shot through the actual car.
What does it feel like to be shot? Is it a physical feeling?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt as much as people imagine it hurts because of your adrenaline and how the shock of what's actually going on. It hurts after.
Did you feel the first one or the ninth one?
I don't even know. I didn't know my legs were broke.
Really?
When I tried to get out the car at the hospital, both of my legs were broke. Like I broke in 3 places on this side, and then
where were you shot?
In my hands, my legs several times, like 5 times in my hands, and then in my legs, and then in my...
Soon, other artists came forward with similar stories. Ludacris shared that when he went on Oprah's show to promote a movie, the focus quickly shifted away from the film and toward his music. He later said parts of his responses were cut out, making it seem like he had nothing to say, even though he had spoken up and...
Have you made it to Oprah yet? Have I made it to Oprah? I've been on Oprah a long time ago. Okay, so I haven't made it back, but I was on there one time. I'll tell you. How did it go? You know what? We talking about the first time I was the first time you didn't see it? No, I missed this. You didn't hear about it. Is this one about the N-word? This is about the movie. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah. She cut you off. Right. She edited out what you had to say. Pretty much. Okay. That's what it came down to. That was the only time I was on Oprah. Okay, and then whether we get invited back or not. Did you call her? Did you call her and say, why didn't you edit me, Oprah? Those who listening, trying to figure out what was it. It was a lot of. It was certain comments that she had made about. I was there for a crash for the movie. Yeah. And basically, she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course, I was up there with the whole cast of Crash, and so I didn't necessarily felt like that needed to be said. You didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music. Right. So it was a lot of comments that actually basically she was able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal. And when I saw the final show, her comments were in there. Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there. And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it. Wow. Like, was just quiet. And didn't say yes, ma'am. Yes, mother. Yes. Nah, but I have a lot of respect, of course, for Oprah. I don't see how anyone can't have respect for Oprah. What she's accomplished in her lifetime, I just think that we came to a disagreement about something. Right. You can have loved ones, you have family members, you have friends, you have arguments, and you disagree, and sometimes you agree.
To Ludacris, it felt like he was being used to send a message instead of being treated fairly. Dave Chappelle's experience made him even more uncomfortable. After turning down a huge comedy deal, Dave went on Oprah's show to explain himself. Instead of letting him speak freely, Oprah kept pushing the idea that stress and personal struggles were behind his decision. Dave pushed back, saying anyone in his position would feel pressure.
It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me. Okay. When you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories? I mean, you see it before. Look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through, and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me." Yeah, we hear those stories. And it always happens around the time of their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
No, not exactly. Okay. I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful. Yeah. And I felt like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being put through stress.
Even so, the exchange left many viewers uneasy. A pattern started to appear. Every time a successful black entertainer sat across from Oprah, the conversation seemed to shift away from their success and toward questioning their character. Critics say this helped protect Oprah's image while damaging others. She even once called Prince weird to his face, and Prince did not hold back when he responded.
Prince responded to Oprah calling him weird on TV, and what he said to Oprah in the end really made me think.
Do you go to the mall?
Last time I went to the mall, I took about 400 people out with me, so I don't do that much.
Really? Do you do what we would perceive to be normal everyday stuff? Are you always this pretty? I know you must perceive yourself as being different. Do you ever perceive yourself as being weird in any way? Yeah.
I understand everything's relative, not weird to me.
Yeah, and you're living in Minneapolis of all places.
Minneapolis, yeah. I will always live in Minneapolis.
You will always live there? Why?
It's so cold, it keeps the bad people out.
I believe that.
As old clips started resurfacing, people began watching them differently. What once looked like tough interviews now seemed, to some, like traps. This is why Katt Williams' warnings hit so hard. He was not just calling out individuals, he was pointing to a system that lifts a few people while quietly tearing others down.
One comedian, as we've been sitting here doing this interview, that you hold in very high regard is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle walked away from 50 million. You said it was more. Tell the story.
That's right.
I'm gonna let you tell it.
No, you're
I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You're proving it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proving it. You proving it. Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't, people say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him 50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down 50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my...
Yeah, wonder, why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
What's the answer?
The answer is the liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer is over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still going to be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity.
Many online believe that if 50 Cent truly shares everything he knows, this story is only beginning. The tension around Oprah did not stop with rappers and comedians. Actresses started speaking up too. Taraji P. Hennon shocked fans when she revealed she was underpaid for major projects, including a famous film connected to Oprah. Later, during an interview with Oprah's close friend Gayle King, Taraji became emotional and admitted she had even thought about quitting acting.
By the time the agency get their cut and what you see they were supposed to get is a fraction of that. Where do you come down on that, Katt?
It was the saddest thing ever, because imagine being in your genre, in your sub-niche, whatever it is. Imagine being in your lane. Imagine being one of the very top of your lane, that to the point where if they don't take you for the role, there's not 3 black actresses that they can say are bigger than you that we're going to give this to. Imagine you being at that point and have to humble yourself and say, they're not paying me, y'all. And they not making my pay go up because I'm doing better or nothing. It don't matter to them that I'm famous and people know me or nothing. They want to pay me exactly what they paying the new girl. And I've been suffering under it for a decade now and just taking it. I just been getting whooped. But I just got to come say, this is wrong. We should be ashamed. But this is a country where we don't pay the teachers and then we say the kids is the most important thing. You can't have both of them. If you do that, we're going to end up with a generation that can't read. Guess what? Generation Z and A can't read. Why? Because who was giving them a book? We got an iPad or a phone, and now the letters don't mean there's no cursive writing. Right. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is what period of time it's in. It's the period where the victims get to say, they've been hurting me for a long time. And I just ain't said nothing because I was trying to be strong and I didn't want to shame anybody. When our people call out for help, we got to understand. You know what I mean? Like we put too much pressure on Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody on. The people that been in his productions, they not famous. All of them could walk through the mall without security.
That moment reminded of Monique, who has spoken out for years about her own struggles. She says she was pushed out of Hollywood after refusing to do unpaid promotion for a movie she was barely paid for. According to her, she was labeled difficult just for standing up for herself. While most stayed silent, 50 Cent supported her publicly and even promised to help bring her career back.
And then I knew Tyler wouldn't support that. He never told nobody not to work with her. When I talked to him, he was like, "No, I never told no one not to work with her." And I said, "But you Tyler Perry, and you never told anyone to work with him."
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "I never looked at it like that." Because I said, you just got to consider how like how strong your influence.
Some now wonder if 50 is planning to revive Monique's career as part of a documentary exposing Oprah. It is not impossible. There is also the issue of Oprah's longtime Hollywood connections. 50 has pointed out her closeness to people who later became controversial. Oprah says she knew nothing, but critics believe she benefited from the same system that hurt others.
Rose McGowan has put Oprah on blast. He seemingly suggested in the caption that Oprah knew the Hollywood producer was mistreating women.
He took hold of me and stood me in front of the mirror. And he's like touching me, rubbing me, and he's like, just relax.
And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
Oprah Winfrey will do anything to defend her powerful friends, even when her friends, like Harvey Weinstein, are complete monsters. She was there while he took advantage of hundreds of women. Harvey even used his friendship with Oprah to trap victims. But Oprah didn't stop it, and she sat on the sidelines and maybe even provided Harvey with additional victims. This is a sick situation and a twisted friendship. So let's get into it. Oprah Winfrey has built a reputation for herself, but it hasn't been able to withstand the test of time. And that's her own fault because her behavior does not align with what she preaches. And today I want to talk a little bit about Harvey Weinstein. I feel like that name is so triggering because he's essentially what kicked off the Me Too movement, because he's a sick man that Oprah, for whatever reason, continues to support. And it's because these two go way back in time. They've had a professional relationship that stretches back 2 decades. There are many photos of her kissing and hugging Harvey Weinstein at ceremonies and...
Right now, the truth is mixed with rumors and accusations. But one thing is clear, public trust has been shaken. People are rewatching old interviews, rethinking old friendships, and questioning old decisions. If 50 Cent follows through, Oprah could face her biggest challenge yet. Until then, the clips keep circulating, the warnings keep growing, and the story refuses to fade. What do you think? Are more celebrities involved? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest celebrity news, hidden stories, and breaking drama. And stay connected with Haley Reporter for all the real gossip. So drop your thoughts in the comments, share this with friends, and keep watching for more updates coming your way.